أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. واذكروا إذ جعلكم خلفاء من بعد عاد وبوأكم في الأرض تتخذون من سهولها قصورا وتنحتون الجبال بيوتا فاذكروا آلاء الله ولا تعثوا في الأرض مفسدين. آها تتخذون. No إخفاء, no إخفاء here. Yeah. قال الملأ الذين استكبروا من قومه للذين استضعفوا لمن آمن منهم أتعلمون أن صالحا مرسل من ربه قالوا إنا بما أرسل به مؤمنون. قال الذين استكبروا إنا بالذي آمنتم به كافرون. فعقروا الناقة وعتوا عن أمر ربهم وقالوا يا صالح ائتنا بما تعدنا إن كنت من المرسلين. صدق الله العظيم. Whenever we sent any Nabi to a town and they rejected his message, we seized its inhabitants with hardships such as famine and misery, and difficulties, distress, so that they become humble and then accept Iman. Thereafter, we exchanged the bad conditions for good conditions until they prospered and said, ungratefully and without taking a lesson, indeed, bad and good conditions affected our forefathers as well. These conditions are bound to take place and are not related to our actions. We may therefore continue behaving as we do. Then we ceased punish them suddenly while they did not realize that punishment was coming their way. The lesson learned from these verses is very important and crucial. All the natural disasters which we see in this world are directly related to the actions of mankind in general. whatever the majority of a nation or a large group of people in an area or a nation, whatever they do, the effects happen on the environment which they are living in. So our actions are not limited to us, but our actions in reality affect the reality which we live in. So it means that actions are very powerful tools to change the world which we are living in for the good or for the bad. So if we want this world to prosper, if we want this world to remain beautiful, if we want all the creatures of this world enjoying the beauty of this world, then we have to obey Allah, because we are the representatives of Allah as humans. We are the representatives of Allah as humans. And the actions which we do do not only affect us but all the creatures living in this world. So when a natural disaster will occur, even the innocent ones, even the nice people will be affected with that natural disaster. Even the animals which are innocent, which did not do anything wrong, they will also be affected. So, if a nation is disobedient to Allah, and as a result Allah punishes that nation, and as a result natural disasters occur, and as a result animals also suffer, they also make dua to Allah that may Allah punish these humans. Because of the actions of those humans, the animals are also suffering. So you can call it whatever you may want. You can call it global warming, you can call it tsunamis, you can call it coronavirus, you can call it wars and famine, you can call it whatever you want. There are many fancy names which humans have created and coined, and they have coined many terms as they have progressed. So you can call them anything. You can describe any scientific reason behind it. Yes, there is science. Yes, we cannot deny science. Yes, there are laws of nature. However, there are laws of Allah also. And we cannot, whenever we are analyzing a situation, we have to see it through the perspective of Quran, not only a secular scientific point of view, but we have to look it from the perspective of Quran and Sunnah, and only then we will come to the right conclusion, and as a result we will correct our ways. Otherwise, you can see the arguments these humans, these people which were making that these conditions are good and bad affected our forefathers also. So today, whatever the atheists or non-religious people, what they will say, it is a scientific phenomena. The plates in the under the ground, under the earth, they are moving, so that is why earthquakes are happening, and this and that, and this and that, and this and that, and this and that. But in reality, what is happening? In reality, humans are disobedient. Allah is moving the plates. Yes. So we cannot deny, we are not denying science. Yes, the plates are moving. Yes, the core of the earth is being disturbed. Yes, this or that is happening. Yes, you are also correct. We are not discussing that issue. We are not denying science. We are not objecting your explanations. But the reality behind it, who is doing, who is behind it, who is moving the plates, who is doing behind all this. So the theory of intelligent design, that this world is so complicated and so beautiful that it is impossible that it can happen by chance. It's impossible that it can happen automatically. It's impossible that there is no force moving the things which are moving. It's impossible that there is no organizer. So there is an intelligent designer who is designing the things. And that is why the evolutionists, they are fake. theory of evolution is unscientific. There is no evidence. If you say that in science, whatever we observe and whatever we experiment upon, and whatever conclusions we conclude, that are called scientific facts, then please show us an ant turning into a fish or a fish turning into a human. Show us in the laboratory. Why does it take millions and billions of years? And who told you that it takes millions and billions of years? What's the evidence behind it? What about those fake statues, or what you may say, those fake bones which were created by artists? What about that? To prove your fake theory, you provided fake uh, evidence for your evolution. And then you try to prove, in order to defy God, in order to reject God, in order to remove God from your lives, you are making up excuses. No solid evidence, fake evidence, and it has been proven numerous times that evolutionists are liars. So these are only fancy, made up CGI graphic thingies. There is no reality behind it. Fake artists, there is a documentary. There are documentaries. You can search it on YouTube that the evolutionists, they are hiring artists. They hired artists and they made up statues of dinosaurs and fake fossils and whatever. And they gave them fancy names. I cannot even pronounce those words properly. So fancy and difficult names, Homo sapiens and whatever. And there was very difficult names. And in 1960s and even before that, this they have been uh, they have been exposed. So the theory of intelligent design, there are documentaries behind about that theory. That is more substantial. That is more convincing. That scientifically it has been proved with various examples and observations that even a DNA of a human is so complicated that it cannot be created, it cannot come into being by chance, without any organizer, without any. It is nonsense, totally nonsense. A country cannot run without a president. Without a government, a country cannot function properly. A house, a home cannot function properly uh, without an authoritative figure. Without a father, without a mother, a house cannot function properly. A room cannot remain organized if you don't organize things with your own hands. If you just throw things randomly and you don't clean your room, don't organize things, it cannot be in order. How can this whole huge, beautiful universe where the sun sets and rises on its proper time, where the planets are revolving around each other in their own circle, in their own orbits, in an orderly manner, where the seasons are changing on time, where day and night occurs on time, where there is law and order. How can the forces of physics, and how can the forces of and the laws of nature, how can they occur in order without any supreme being, without the organization of any supreme being? So there are so many things which we can say about it. All right, you can call Aziza now. Barakallah. Wa alaikum assalam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu. How are you, Aziza? Alhamdulillah, I'm also fine. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. Articles of Faith. آمنت بالله وملائكته وكتبه ورسله. First read this part. Don't stretch the meme. Not wamala, it is wamala ikatihi. Be careful, young lady. Amantu billahi wa malaikatihi wa kutubihi wa rusulih. No, we are stopping here. Wa rusulih. Yeah, wa rusulih. Hmm. واليوم الآخر والقدر خيره وشره من الله تعالى. تعالى, stretch it. والبعث بعد الموت. I believe in Allah, His angels, His books, His messengers, the last day, and in the taqdeer, that all good and bad is from Allah, the Most High, and I believe in the resurrection after death. Taqdeer means destiny. Okay? Destiny, qadr, destiny. Alright. Tomorrow we will memorize it, inshallah. Wish you best of luck. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah. Allah Hafiz. Yeah, because it's Ramadan. That is why I don't want you to get exhausted. So that's why it's short.